Hey guys, it's Clancy, and by now I am sure you have heard the news that Kate Spade took her own life the other day. It's so weird how that phrase is so unfamiliar to say. Like, I was about to say killed herself, and that just sounded so insensitive, but I feel like suicide is just not talked about enough, which is why I'm on here rambling right now, sounding like an idiot, because it's just something we don't talk about enough. And one thing, one bizarre thing, I mean, this whole video is just going to be everything word vomit. Basically, just get ready for a word vomit video. Nothing is written down. It's all in my head right now. And I'm probably not even going to edit this just because I want it just to be real. But one thing on the news, so if you guys know, I'm a TV news reporter, and we don't cover suicide. So if someone big like Kate Spade kills herself, someone who's, you know, famous, well-known, yeah, we would cover that, okay? But if just the average Joe Schmo or Betsy or Mary, just an average person killed themselves, we don't cover it. It's just something the news does not cover, and I believe the reasoning is because you don't want to promote it, you don't want to give people ideas, but and obviously, you know, of course you can't just you know, cover every single thing, but it's because we have this thing where we just don't cover it, it's just literally not talked about. And I get that you don't want other people to get an idea, but at the same time, like, you could spin the message the other way, like, this is what happened, and this should not happen, and create a positive conversation. So I definitely think it is a little bit bizarre that it's not covered. But yeah, when I heard Kate Spade killed herself, it's shocking, because you hear Kate Spade, I mean, I have this bag sitting here because I'll explain in a second, but one of the most successful women in the world. I mean, Kate Spade, like, not a person does not know who that is, killed herself. Like, what does that say about life? You know what, like, what then what is success? What is happiness? Because if success, clearly, if you're truly successful to yourself, you're truly happy, you're not going to take your own life, you're not going to want to leave this world. And if having, like, one of the most famous companies in the world, having one of the most famous names, isn't successful, doesn't cause you happiness, then what does? It just brings up a lot of questions. But then on the flip side of that, you know, we're all saying, like, wow, Kate Spade killed herself, like, this is insane. And her life isn't any more valuable than mine or yours or the average person's. And when you think about how many people, I mean, I don't have the number off the top of my head, but I know a lot of people kill themselves each and every day, and it's not talked about. But their lives are just as important. You know, one of the things in all of this, Kate Spade leaves behind a 13-year-old daughter. But so does the person who was a store clerk, or a person who was working at the deli. You know, all these average people who have done this, they leave behind families too, and they are just as valuable. But I do understand why I had the same inclination to think, oh my gosh, how could Kate Spade have killed herself? What was going on? And I read somewhere, it said, Kate wasn't mean, Kate wasn't selfish, Kate was sick. And it's so, oh my gosh, it's like, because a lot of people do think of suicide as, oh my gosh, that's the most cowardly act, or that's selfish. And on one hand, I totally see where they're coming from. You know, you're leaving this earth, but you're, like, destroying so many people's lives. I mean, her daughter must be heartbroken, that type of thing. But at the same time, if they have a mental illness or a mental disease, like, no, they're not selfish, and they're not, like, they had a sickness. The same way if you have a scrape on your knee, or if you have cancer, like, you have a sickness. I also read somewhere, and this is for anyone who is feeling the same way, because if Kate Spade can do this, and if Kate Spade feels like this, then I can't even imagine how many people all over the world feel like this. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem, because nothing is ever permanent, guys. And that's one thing I've learned, even just from my own trials and tribulations. I'm 22 years old. From things I've gone through, I mean, nothing compared to, you know, what most people have gone through, but it's that nothing lasts forever. And I always tell people, because I tell people this, on the flip side of that, nothing lasts forever. If you're having the best day ever and the best things ever happen, I'm not saying walk around knowing the other shoe's gonna drop, but I'm just saying, like, listen, like, nothing lasts forever. Always be ready for change. Be ready to know that in an instant, you know, things might flip and you might be feeling a certain way, but just know they're going to flip again. And you'll be happy again. And if you guys know, I don't own any designer bags. I'm not into designer bags at all. It's just not my personality. Part of me kind of feels like it's flashy. Like if you have like the Louis Vuitton etching and it's like you're walking, I don't know. Honestly, mostly it's just because I wouldn't be able to afford them. But no, I've always just felt that way. But I do have this bag, and I actually didn't buy this. It was my friend's mom bought it for me for when I was moving to Dayton, Ohio, becoming a TV news reporter. But this is my favorite bag. I mean, I love this bag, and I mean, it doesn't like have, I don't know, it's not even because it's the name Kate Spade, but it's just so weird that the person who like thought of this, I don't know. Like whenever I pick up my Kate Spade bag, I think like Kate Spade. She has it all together, you know? Another thing I wanted to talk about, that just maybe a little bit, I don't know, not controversial, but like, I don't know. But I was looking at the videos and the pictures of Kate Spade's husband leaving their apartment. I actually saw he left in a weird mask. I forget what it was, like a weird mask. Because he didn't want to be seen. Because why would you want to be seen? Why would you want to be thrown questions when your wife, I did hear they were like separated or not on good terms, but still, your wife, the woman you've known for years, kills herself. And then you have to leave your apartment and be thrown all these questions. How do you feel? Did you know she was suicidal? Were there any warning signs? And it's like, and yeah, the elephant in the room, that's me. I'm a TV news reporter. If I was in New York, that would be my job. And that is the one part about this job that I don't like. I'll be blatantly honest. I don't care if I'm allowed to say that or not. I think that when people are, oh gosh, like I get it. Like I understand it's like our job, but I'm a very empathetic person, like to the point where like, I know for a fact like I'm more than normal, I guess. Very empathetic. And I know if I were in his shoes, I would not want to be answering that question or those questions, or I would not want cameras in my face. My wife just killed herself, or my husband, I guess, if it was me. But I mean, yeah, like that's the part about the news that I don't like. Having a, you know, I like getting in people's, you know, not their faces, but like if someone did something wrong, right? Or like you need to get to the bottom of something. I always, just one of the most legendary things, my favorite thing, the Nixon era, you know, when, you know, Woodward, Bernstein. Okay, I mean, I don't want to get too like into this because I know a lot of you guys don't follow that, but so those times, or if you're like a politician, you know, I feel like it's like that I like, but when these people are just innocent, that's what I don't like. Or like even how many house fires we cover when we show up on the scene, and like these people literally just lost their house, their world, okay? Everything in their house is destroyed, from the expensive things, like maybe even their passports, that's invaluable, or just their baby pictures, their memories, and then you're on the scene saying, can I talk to you? Can I ask you questions? Can I ask how you feel? I don't like that part. I don't, because it's just like, because I just know if it was me, I wouldn't want that. So that was just weird for me to watch the news coverage of it and just really feeling for him, her husband. But I get that it's a necessary evil in a way. And yeah, and it's just, oh gosh, like if Kate Spade can take her life, it just goes to show you never know what's going on behind closed doors. Guys, you can think you know someone. You can think, wow, she has the perfect life. She's pretty, she's smart, she has this job, she has that husband, or whatever. I'm just naming a whole bunch of random things. But you never know what's going on behind closed doors. And the crazy thing, though, is just, one thing that's not talked about enough is just mental illness. It might not be that anything is even particularly happening to her. She might not have like an abusive boyfriend, or like, you know what I mean, bad things. It's just if your brain, you know, I've read about like depression, like it's like your brain turns on you. I've read, like, not turns on you, but it's just not working the way it should be. And that's why it's just so important to be kind. And I it's such an empty, you know, just be kind, you know, it's so easy to say. But really, and we all could be a little kinder, is a fact. I try to be nice to everyone I meet, but like, you can always be kinder. You can always spend an extra second with a smile, or, you know, all that stuff really does make a difference. So, and if you are out there and you are, you know, not feeling great, you had a really bad not just a bad day, not just a bad week, like a bad month and a bad year, and like it really can pile up, like just know it's going to get better. I get a lot of messages from you guys who are maybe in middle school or high school, maybe even college, and you're just not fitting in, you're not feeling good, and I always tell you guys, just wait. I mean, don't just passively wait, don't just, you know, there are definitely always things you can do to try to be a little bit happier, try to be a little bit more positive, you know, reaching out to other people, even just going on a walk. Because if you're just laying on your bed all day in your house doing nothing, how could you be happy? You know, you do have to help yourself. I'm not saying it's completely easy, and for some people you need medication, but always turn to other people, and always know that it gets better. And yeah, I mean, regardless, Kate Spade lived an amazing life, and it's just, gosh, it just sucks that things like this happen in this world. Like, it's so weird. Like, we're all just like humans on this earth trying to figure things out, and then sometimes things like this happen. I don't know. I think very, I'm a thinker. I definitely am, so I think weird thoughts like that. But yeah, so this video, just, I know this isn't the normal stuff I have on my channel, but I definitely just wanted to take a minute to say this because I think it was important. So yeah, I'm gonna go on that note. I hope you guys have a good day, and just remember, you're not alone. I'm always here if you guys ever need to message me. Specifically, I feel like I'm most accessible on social media. So like Instagram direct message, like feel free to reach out to me. I always want to help. And yeah, so I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you later. Bye.